welcome to the Dad Random Studio. Yes. And today I'd like to, for my first, oh, look at that. Look at the latency around there. Look at this, guys. That's what happens when you practice with new technology. Now, I have to fix that, don't I? So I'm going to go ahead, while you're watching, we're going to go ahead and finish, and fix that little line up there, see if we can get rid of it. You can see that little bit of gray filter in there. Let's see if we can get that out of there. Go ahead and go to my filter. Let's go to there. Let's go to let's see, filters, my chroma key. See if we can lighten that up. Man, that is ugly. Check this out. Guys, you ever think you wanted to do some cool technology? Think again, because it is not easy. And I'm going to go ahead and I got to erase a little bit of a line there. Yep, I got most of it gone there. And you know, that is an example of what you have to face. Now you can see that line's gone. When you use a open broadcaster like software to create something that you could do easily in your basement or in a physical studio. Now, not all of us have the space for that kind of situation. So what we might need, or we might use, is a software solution. This is a software solution called Open Broadcast Studio. I'm going to go ahead and give you a little taste of that. I'm going to go open that up for us. Go to the OBS right there. There's OBS behind me. And look, my big head's in the way again, once again, so I'm going to go ahead and have to fix that. So I'm going to go back to my camera, and I'm going to have to get Dad Random a little bit smaller so he doesn't get in the way of his OBS Studio. There it is right there, Windows, Mac, and Linux. So what am I going to do with this stuff, and how much does it cost me? Well, if you look at it here real quick, it says free and open source software for video recording and live streaming. That's what it's for. So guys, if you wanted to know what I was using, this is what I'm using right here. You just download it on. Now, what kind of computer am I using? Guys, I'm just using a plain old, let's see, I'm using a Lenovo IdeaPad 330. Guys, it's not a very expensive computer. It was a very inexpensive computer. So that's kind of what I'm using. Okay, now as far as what else, cameras. Well, I'm using a Logitech HD 1080p. It's got a big number on it, and a lot of people use this camera. I'm using the sound that's coming out of it. I'm not even using a studio sound microphone. So I'm very, very bare bones here. As far as lighting, I've got two studio lights, one on either side of me. I've got a light up on top of me, and I've got an inexpensive LED panel down below that's shooting up on a green screen. Now, the green screen was also inexpensive. I bought it in a kit. So guys, yeah, you'd have to go invest in a green screen kit. There's a lot of them out there. There's ones with big green screens. This is a real big one because I like to do stand-up every once in a while. I like to stand up in my green screen. Or you can get a smaller green screen, one that just fills in behind you. I suggest a small one because you can store it easy. The other thing with the smaller green screen is that it's stretched out. You don't have to worry about it being all wrinkled like the one I've got. I've got to worry about it getting wrinkled. So OBS software. So why should I use it or why shouldn't I use it? Well, the obvious reasons, you've got to be a little bit tech savvy, and I created a little tech scale of 1 to 5, and my tech scale basically has that 1. Anyone at any time can do it. You just point and click, and it works. Okay, this is not quite there. Number 2 on my scale is easy but requires exploring. I would say that this one's getting close. This process is getting close to that. Guys, there's a lot of resources out there other than the one that I'm providing you today. Number 3 on my list I like it, but there's a small cost to doing it. Yes, there's a very small cost. There's going to be a very small learning curve, and I think anybody could do this if you're willing to do it, if you want to do it, if you're willing to walk through the steps. It's really not that hard. Number 4 on my list is most of us don't need to do it, but we do it anyway. Number 4 also requires a lot more expense. Number 5 is pros. Yeah, pros only. If you're not a pro, don't do it. And it seems like all of us want to be a pro. But, you know, I'm really looking at just improving. I just want to improve my channel. I guess no offense, but I'm getting sick of looking at people's basements. You know, that's kind of what a lot of people do. But, you know, on the other hand, you know, what can you do with your basement? Well, I can pick up the background a little bit. I can hang up a banner. I can, you know, of course, I can show things a lot easier. This is more where you have to actually put up like a backlit display. So here we go. I'm going to show you an example of something I can throw in the back. And I did this a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get rid of my display capture just for a second. And there it is. There's my professional backdrop. And it's always the same. It's never wrinkled. It doesn't flap around in the wind. And my wife, if she comes in, she's not going to see it or she can't move it. Here's another example. I'm going to go ahead and open up this one here. I'm going to shut down there. There's a photograph. So you can put a beautiful photograph that you created behind you. You can look. Here's another example. I'm going to go ahead and put this one behind me. This is another one. This is the Red Mountain. This is where I like to fly. I can you know, highlight locations by pointing and go, hey, you're right there. You see that? That's the entrance to a really, really cool, cool place right there. So a couple of examples. Another one, if I want to show a photograph. So I'm going to go ahead and open up. There it is. We've got a photograph, and this photograph is of the dam that I actually flew my Bebop through a couple of days ago. So this right here is a photograph that now I can show with you guys using OBS. Totally free software. There it is. You can see that this part of the dam is actually gone, and there's just a little bit of it left. This was actually done by the CCC, okay, the Civilian Conservation Corps back during the Great Depression. Very nice, isn't it? So this is a couple of things that you can't do as easy with another platform. I'll go ahead and show you another huge advantage of Broadcast Studio is if I want to show you something cool like a video. There we go. Look at that. There is my ridge. I love that ridge. That is Anasazi Ridge behind me. And it is so glorious that I can show you and I can tell you about this flight. We can talk about it together. That's another awesome reason to do this. Now, I'm going to go back to some simple dad random stuff. Now I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to let that run because, I'll shut her down. I'll shut her down right there. We've got black screen now. Look, there's nothing behind me. That's really sad. Bam. Okay, there we go. I'm back. Okay. Now, back to my display capture. This is probably something most of us will use a lot. But here's OBS right here. Click on here. If you're using a Windows computer, if you're using a Mac OS, bam, you are up and running. Very easy. Okay, here's another advantage. Okay, I'm looking at things for why you'd want to do this. I said something that nobody wants to see your clutter in your basement. How about improving your live stream? Yes, this is not a live stream, but I can live stream this stuff. So as I'm going, just like a Ken Heron or somebody else that wants to do a live stream with some professionalism, and I can add another computer screen in here. I can put up something like a Skype stream, and I can have it all going at the same time. I can play videos in the background, right? There you go. If you want to put up your chicken jerky commercial, and the other thing is sharing photos and pictures. Okay, so here's another kind of a cool, nifty thing. I'm going to go right here. There we go. There would be my chat window right there. And bam, there I am. There's Dad Random. There's my last video. And if I wanted to talk to you about this video, okay, say, hey, let's check out this video. Let's talk about it. Let me tell you a little bit about this this adventure that I had. And I want to go here. Let's go right to it. Let's get right down to it here. Let me see if I can. Oh man, I'd have to put it up. But I can go ahead and talk about how I'd edit it and some of the issues that are going on behind it. I could also, guys, I can also play it for you. There you go. And we can talk about it, and you can give me a little feedback of what you're seeing or what you're not seeing. So there you go. There is the advantage of OBS. Yes. So why shouldn't I get this? Why should I not do this? Okay. I'm going to give you a great example why you wouldn't want to do this. Guys, I don't have extra money. I don't have I don't have the light, maybe the space to put the lights up. I don't have a place where I can create a studio. Like I said, it gets down to money. I mean, none of us are endless pits of money. So expense is a big one. Lighting, maybe your computer, you're just barely hanging on there. Your camera, now this camera I'm using right here is not a good camera. This camera sucks. The one I want to use is giving me latency. So it's way better. It's a 4K camera. I get way nice, like beautiful, clear video. You can see how kind of, if you look at my face, I'm a lot, a little more washed out. So that's the camera. It's a crappy camera with a crappy lens. I'm not tech savvy. There you go. I can't do this. I can't figure it out. I don't have the time, or I'm not going to go online and go to YouTube. That's really where you need to go to to figure this out. So, anyways, there it is. As far as a couple of reasons, I'd say the third reason is there's way easier ways to do it. Quite honestly, you get all your material ready to go. You just simply, place the picture up here. This is my trip to, Venezuela. Here it is, you can use your phone. There's another way of doing it here. There's something that I want you to check out, okay? I want you to check out this. I want you to check out that. The other thing is, like I said, it's just easy to use your space, and maybe quite frankly, you don't care what other people are seeing in your background, and you're just chatting, you're just hanging out with friends. So it gets down to what is your purpose, okay? What's your purpose for doing this? What is your overall goal in what you want to create? And that's where it gets down to. So on a tech scale, I said this puppy right here is probably a 3, okay? This is definitely a 3 on the tech scale. I would say it's at 4. 4 is, something you might, that, you might have to do because of a level of professionalism you're trying to create. But most of us are just, just trying to, to enjoy ourselves, and sometimes, adding more complexity, which is what this will do. You're going to get all kinds of issues when it comes to this. You're going to have a day where your camera's being funky. Like, for example, if I mess up you see that, you can see the line up there. You can see the focus, how it screws up things. All right. My other camera doesn't do that. So I'm looking at maybe buying another camera. Too bad the GoPro didn't do that. That really sucks. You know what I'm saying? I got a GoPro 6 and it doesn't do that. There's a reason not to buy a GoPro 6. I hear the GoPro 7 does it though. So guys, Open Broadcast software. Open Broadcaster. It is free. It doesn't cost 1 penny, and it is, guys, it is user friendly. You can do this. Guys, there's what do you want to fix? You want to learn how to crop images. You want to learn how to do your basic lighting setup. It's all online. Just type in OBS and what you want to do, and it's that simple. So for this first video, this is what I wanted to basically tell you. Guys, do this kind of stuff if it's something that would like to do you would like to improve your overall experience on your channel. That's really where it gets down to it. And that's why I'm doing it. I enjoy tech. It's not something that scares me. It's something that I embrace. So if you don't embrace tech, then probably open broadcaster is not where you want to go. But anyways, Dad Random. I am not doing this live because I wanted to make sure I had my clear message set. I wanted to make sure all my equipment was set up and ready to go. Now, could I have done this live? Absolutely. But I didn't. Anyway, Dad Random, open broadcaster. Let's give it a shot. Why not? Later.